Right, we're ready.
Yeah.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
Welcome to episode 19.
Yep.
Of Disley Sisterz knitting podcast. Sorry, I just had a brain
She's having one of these old lady
days, and I'm just savouring the last of the coconut lint what Rick gave us.
Yeah, from Christmas.
So today, as I said, is 19. I'm Linda, you're June. Are you June today, or are you somebody else today?
I was going to say something else, but I won't. Yes, I'm June. I'm June. Hi.
And you can find us on all social media platforms: Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Well, obviously YouTube, because we're doing the video, aren't we? So today is just going to be, we've not got much to show you. Well, we have, but it's nothing to do with what we're working on or finished projects. Today is all about our goals and aspirations for 2025, isn't it?
Yeah. Linda's had a wee fix today, so yeah.
So, and we've had a good result at Weight at Slimming World.
Weight Watchers, Slimming World.
Slimming World.
Yeah.
So we're both happy today because we lost, both of us, didn't we? So
Yes, we did.
So so that's good. I'm still in my target zone, so I'm trying to get to target and maybe below it, but that's fine.
I've got a way to go before I get to my target.
Yeah, but you'll get there.
Oh, I know.
We'll get there. And so today is all about us sharing what we want, what we wish and hope that we achieve this year, what techniques we'd like to do, and what we plan. Well, what we're after both of us talking about one of our Christmas presents to each other. And our Advent, which we gave each other, we're just toying with the idea of sharing that with you and of what we're going to do.
Mixing it up, aren't we?
Yeah, we're going to mix it up a bit. Just something different, I think. And I think that's more or less what we're going to do, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
There is, so what we're going to start with first. Our Advent thing.
Can do.
Right. Okay, so you all know we did an Advent for each other from our stash, and June got me this for Christmas because we were talking about different techniques, and we've been talking about it for a while, and then I got this one for June because I know she wants to.
I want to learn more techniques, more stitches, yeah,
not rely on the same stitches all the time.
Yeah.
So, and they're like you show yours and then I'll show mine.
So you get a little booklet with it. Says learn to crochet textures in 52 cards.
So it's like a pack of cards, really, isn't it?
Yeah. And then it just goes through, like, obviously, single crochet, single crochet back loop only, extended single, double crochet, half double crochet, treble crochet, and then it goes into waffle stitch, goes into crunch stitch.
I think this is American terminology as well, which is what we...
Yeah, alpine stitch, sedge, which you're doing now, aren't you?
Yeah, on a blanket.
Yeah, textured weave. So it goes through all different ones. And then you've got simple diagonals in the like the greeny colours, and then there's dark ones. It says, so the blues are classic stitches. Why didn't you read the back of them to begin with, June? Sorry. So they're classic stitches, the blues. Then you go on to the textured stitches, which is good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Then it goes on to the fillet stitches.
Filet.
Then it goes on to the fillet.
sorry.
Then ribbon cables, which yeah. I've started cables, by the way, and I'm doing okay. Bubble, puff and popcorn stitches, so there's quite a few cards for them. And then the embellishments. All right. Right, yeah. Embellishment ones. But this is my plan, because Michael picked up crocheting so easy and like has just gone with it, and has done some like hexagonal ones, and yeah, and he's doing really well, and I'm like a bit jealous. Yeah, so these are just ideal for me.
Yeah,
I can just practice.
and then June got me the knitting set, which is by Claire Crompton. And again, you get a booklet, Learn to Knit Textures in 52 cards. So it's like a deck of cards, and it gives you all, you know, an introduction, the contents and that, and yeah, really good examples. And I think it'd be good for a beginner. I think this is very beginner friendly. And then again, like June's, I've got 52 cards. So how to read knitting charts, the key. And then we've got so we've got blocking, quilting, hold on, knit and purl stitches. So these are all the knit and purl stitches, mock cables, and then you've got the Gansey patterns. Let me see, is that right? Yeah, the Gansey patterns, which are all kind of, you know, mixing up and making patterns with your knit and purl. And you get little diagrams, and obviously the written smocking, which is something that I really like, but I've never done before in all the time we've been knitting. So then you've got your textured stitch.
That's nice, that bramble weave.
Yeah, so you've got the bubble pattern and ruching, which is what we've done in Stephen West's shawls. We've learnt a lot of techniques.
Oh God,
and then we've got the bramble stitch, which is beautiful, and smocking. My hand's not.
Do you know what that reminded me of then?
Well,
52 card pickup. How many times when we were kids did we do that to each other?
Oh, I know, it was ridiculous. Anyway, and the box bobble, I mean, that looks nice. So there's lots of
nice.
Yeah, the buttonhole, and then
that one.
the smocking, the gooseberry stitch. Every time I hear the gooseberry, I think of my mother.
Yeah, that looks, yeah, that's nice.
And then you've got rib stitches. So there's all different kinds of ribbon. Instead of, you know, knit one, purl one, there's all these. There's how many are there? There's quite a few actually, isn't there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's quite a few different rib stitching. And then this one is cables and cable stitches and fabrics. Now where did the others go that I dropped? Maybe I got them here now. So then we've got yeah, so you've got all the different cabling and that with that one. I like that one, June. That one's nice. This is nice. The honeycomb fabric, which is lovely. And then you've got the lace, some lace. So this is the quart foil eyelets.
That's nice.
Yeah, the Norwegian fir, which I've seen quite a lot of that in patterns. Mm-hmm. The dainty chevron, horseshoe lace, which we've all seen.
Yeah.
Oh, we've even got the cat's paw, which is eyelets, and there's a few of them. So yeah, so what we decided to do, because we were umming and ahhing on what we were gonna, I'll just put
do with our yarn.
Do with our yarn, you know, our advent yarn. So what we were thinking was, every month, pick one card, a crochet card and a knitting card, and work that say January, for example, let's say we're doing January, so I picked one of crochet and one of knit, and the first colour in the Advent, day 1 of the Advent, I'd take that and divide it into 2, 10 grams, and then knit a square, and then knit a square, crochet a square with that pattern, and then kind of
make it up as a blanket.
Make it as a blanket. You know, sometimes you're square, you've not got a square, you've got a rectangle, but you know, kind of it's you know, you can make a blanket from it, which will be, you know, we're learning as what we've looked at it as, we're learning new stitches, we're learning new patterns. You know, both of us really going to improve and our knowledge on the crochet stitches and that. And I was talking to June last night, and I was saying, you know, the jelly roll is done in stripes and you join them, and I was thinking, why don't we do that? Do a crochet, then pick up the stitches and knit, and then crochet and knit, and just do kind of a jelly roll. Or what we could do is do a stripe of crochet, a stripe of knit. And that's something we're kind of looking at. Not really, you know, kind of obviously, but it's something that we've got our mind on, haven't we?
Yeah.
Because we've got some really nice coloured yarn, and at the end of the day, it doesn't matter that they're not in a fade, or that it's just going to be one of those blankets which is like a memory blanket, which kind of, you know, we'll have the memories of it being our first Advent together, plus something that we can benefit from as well, you know, like
learning different techniques and stitches. Yeah.
And keeping us warm in the winter.
Yeah, because we're getting old now, aren't we?
Yeah, it's a pits, isn't it?
I know.
It's a pits.
I know, it is.
As each year grows by, you find you more and more that you know. So that is our plan for the Advent, and using these utilising the cards, because we'd seen them a while ago, hadn't we? And we were like talking about it, and then we kind of just had the same brainwave, and June bought mine and I bought his, because I knew June wanted to do more in crochet, which is by I treated it, I bought her that for you know, so to improve, but it'll benefit me as well. It'll you know,
because there's most probably some stitches there
I've never done, and the stitches there that I have done, but I can't remember how to do, which will kind of jump start, you know, start. Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Oh, I've not done that for ages. So,
and I mean, YouTube is a wonderful place, but sometimes there's some stitches that
some stitches you just no, not for me. So we've got 52, you know, so
cards,
so June's going to pick one of mine, and I'm going to pick one of hers, and then I'll pick one of mine, and June will pick one of hers, and so we've got, you know, 2 squares a month. We're not putting pressure on ourselves. If we can get it done in the month, that's fine. If we can't, you know, we still you know,
you've got till Christmas to make sure we've got them all done, haven't we?
Yeah. So that's what we were planning, because we've been and ahhing about what to do with the yarn, because it's such beautiful colours and that, and we want to do something that will teach us new tricks. Because you're never too old to learn.
Oh God, no.
Never too old to learn, and you learn something new every day, don't we?
We sure do.
So that is one of the things that we're going to do. Now, for you personally, what you want to do?
Do more cables. That's my girl this year, because I've just started the cables on the baby's cardi, haven't I?
Yeah.
Socks. Finish me socks.
She forgot to bring them.
No, I finished them, but they're just because when I first started last year, you told me to use a 3mm, didn't you? And I said
just for her to get used to the needles.
They seem a bit bigger.
And
so I need to go down and needle now.
now that you've done your 2 pairs, because that's what I did, I started with the 3mm just for because I know I don't like magic loop, I just do not like it, and I started off with DPNs, and then I watched Kayla from the Crazy Sock Lady, and she did it in the 9-inch circular, and I thought, oh my god, so I did it, and I thought that's it for me. I've found what I prefer, and the only time I use DPNs, because when I start my socks, I start with the circular, but I use a DPN to cast the stitches on, and then I do the first row, and then I join it in the round.
Yeah.
So there's not that kind of gape, because when you, anyway, that's that's how and then I use my DPNs then to finish off the toe. I do the toe to so many, and then I know then, oh right, I need to change to 2 DPNs and have a third DPN to
which is what I did.
Yeah, and that's what the way I do it. And I think there's Ruth from Ruth Loves to Knit. She does exactly the same. She likes her 9-inch circular, and Ray, of course, from Needles at the Ready. So yeah, I'm very much a 9-inch circular girl for me socks. Yeah.
So no pressure on me.
No,
I'm just gonna. Yeah.
And she kindly bought. I thought, oh, are they for me, June? She said no. So she's brought these for me to cake up for her.
Yeah.
This was from our lovely Anne. And she's
called Our June,
which is one of a kind, which incorporates June's favourite colour and my colour. And I've got one as well, but I need to find mine.
Yeah, I think yours is more this colour.
Yeah.
And then the blues.
And then the knit and natter, we had Secret Santa, and this is what June got. Not lovely?
Yeah. So I feel 2 pairs of nice socks for myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm going to make some nice socks for myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, dead soft, very, very soft.
So when do you want them by?
Next week, please.
Okay.
Sunday.
Sunday.
No, next week I'll do.
All right.
Next week I'll do.
Yeah.
And so I can cast on. I need to buy DPNs first.
2.25.
Because I said to Linda.
Have you got a 2.5 circular?
No, I've got to buy one of them as well. I said to Linda, oh, look, I've got these. Look at these. And she went, they're mine. I've been looking for them everywhere. And I went, oh, have you?
The DPNs. Because when we start a shawl, which you all know we do Stephen West shawls.
We start with DPNs.
We start with DPNs because there's nothing worse than starting a shawl with about 3 stitches and you've got a flipping 2 needles and a cable.
Yeah.
So it's something I've always done, and I showed June and she said, oh yeah, that's better.
So much better.
Yeah. So always start it as, and then obviously when your stitches you get more stitches, then you move on to a cable.
Yeah.
But even if you haven't got DPNs, you could use a 9-inch circular, which will be, because it's only kind of 25 centimetres.
Yeah. So I think crocheting, socks, cables, and I want to have made at least Stephen West's Bryony scarf, which I think is just
gorgeous.
Yeah. And at least 3 of his jumpers. That's my goal this year.
Yeah. Well, mine is colourwork socks. Adding colourwork. I want to do at least 6. I've already done one. I did a sample knit for Sophie at Botanical Yarn. I did the Love Heart socks. I sent them off to her. So I've done at least one. I've done a pair of socks with colourwork. So I really enjoyed it, and I plan to do 5, if not 6 more. So I want to do 3 pairs for me, and I want to do 3 pairs for Rick. I've got the Doodle Pacific Knit Co. I've got their little cards, they're like a deck of cards. I've got theirs with the with No, that's something totally different. That's a Christmas present off Rick I've not opened yet.
Oh, right. Okay.
So that's definitely one of them. Plus, I'm taking part this year in Stephen West's Year of Socks. So I've started that as well, and I'm quite enjoying that. I'm not putting any pressure on myself. If I get the 2 pairs of socks done every month, then that's fine. If I don't, I'm not pressurising myself. I want to do. I've got this. I have done the Brian 8 sweater, but because I didn't have enough yarn, I only did the yoke in the Brian 8. I want to do the Brian 8 sweater, but I'm going to do it in a cream, and I'm going to do it in an acrylic, which it's Serdar's Loveful in the cream, and I want to make his sweater in that because it's the colour I want, and it's economical. So we do have bougie yarn.
Oh God, yeah.
But the majority of, I would say for me, 75 bougie, 25 acrylic and that. But that's because I've been collecting yarn a lot longer than you, haven't I, Jude?
Yeah.
So, and that's just the way I think it. I do like acrylic yarn, and I like a cotton acrylic blend, and the yarn that we purchased from Turkey, the majority of that was a cotton acrylic blend, and then it was microfiber, which is absolutely stunning yarn. So we do kind of have
a mixture
of and that's why I wanted to do the Brian 8 again. Towards the end of the year I'm going to do that, kind of fall, autumn. And I've got the cream yarn, and I thought it'd look really nice in the cream, and you'll be able to see the stitches, like you did yours in
blood orange, and you could whereas when I did the yoke, just the yoke, it was kind of variegated. So I want to see the stitching, and I think it will look absolutely stunning in beautiful cream. Yeah.
So I've got that yarn, and that is earmarked for that. That's one.
And we bought yarn, didn't we, actually, from Stephen West to make a mystery jumper, aren't we?
One of his jumpers.
Because I didn't know that he'd made the jumper. And I was going to suggest to him, it'd be good if you made a jumper out of this pan. And when we were walking around the shop, it was hanging up. I was like, oh, there it is. So he helped us choose our yarn for that
as well. Yeah.
So we're going to do that for
Christmas. We're going to make that for Christmas.
For Christmas Day,
for ourselves, for Christmas.
Yeah.
So and then another big thing for me is, when I first started move the channel over to the fibre community, I did try Tunisian crochet, and I made a cowl, and I think I gave it to my mum, got it. I made a cowl for my mum, and I never bothered after that, but I really want to get into it. So what I've done, I bought myself Tony Lipsy. I bought her book, which is the Tunisian crochet handbook, and it's the beginner's guide. So there's lots and lots of information. I mean, look at that, stunning. And there are patterns in here as well. You've got an alpha wall hanging. It's just really everything that you need to know, how to measure your sizes, and the yarn gives you really in-depth, step by step, the stitches, what stitches there are. So I'm going to be doing squares with this as well. I'm going to work my way through all the stitches, I think. Learn the stitches and that. So it's an overview, and then you know, learning how to do the stitches, how to cast off, all different patterns, traditional crochet stitches and techniques, and that. So, and even Tunisian in the round, which is really intrigued me, how to do that. So, and then it goes on to skills, adding colour, shaping, working in the round, finishing, seaming, and then designs. And then there's about there's a cowl, a tote bag, a shawl.
That's nice.
That is lovely. That's what I'd like to do.
That'd be nice for a flow over the back of your couch.
Yeah, it would, wouldn't it? That is gorgeous. And we all love Tony, don't we? She's so bubbly, and I love her mum, Miss Gwen. She's fabulous. You've got floor proofs. Look at them, they're nice. So, yeah, so this is definitely on my list. So there's quite a few patterns in here. So I'm really looking forward to it.
You could make me one of them.
Make me one of what?
Go back. Go back. Go back. One of them.
A wall hanging?
With me initial on.
Shall I show you it? This is what she wants.
So I can put me badges all around the edge.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Only kidding, Linda.
Yeah. I'll do that for you. And look at that, June, the hat in the round, which is too. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous?
I like that.
Yeah. The headband.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, that's nice.
Cushion. So there's lots of
That's nice.
yeah. That is nice,
It's
isn't it?
super. That's like super chunky, isn't it?
I'll tell you now. What is it? Yarn. An Aran. It's an Aran.
That's lovely, that.
Look at that. The Salter triangular wrap. That's is
nice.
absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? So yeah, so that, and then I treated myself to, this is Knit Pro, and I went on the website, and some of the prices they were charging for this. I'll open it and let you see what you've got. And I actually went on Amazon, and I got it at least £40 cheaper. So there's that. Plus I had my discount because I'm a Prime member. So they're the hooks, and you all know I love my Knit Pro Symphony. And when I found out they did Tunisian hooks, I was like, yes! And then in here you've got your wires, your little stoppers, and a little booklet on how to do it. The little and then your wires, you've got, I think you've got 3 wires.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 wires. So yeah, so that is something that I plan on making a starter. I think I'm going to dedicate like a whole morning to it. But yeah, so I treated myself to, and I think that's all we've talked about, really, isn't it? What we want to do. We talked about, I mean,
Oh, and not doing. Let me think what they're called. Not doing vanilla socks either.
patterned socks, yeah, because there's, because I've got quite a few patterns. I've got 2 patterns, obviously, the Alderley and the, remind me and I'll give you them patterns today, the Alderley and the Trophimus sock patterns, so I'll give them to you.
And just lately Bernie's been complaining that his feet are freezing. So I said to him, I've got like a manly colour there. So I said, I'll speak to Linda, find out how many rows I have to do, and I'll make you a pair. But I'll have to make sure I've got enough yarn to go right up his leg.
Yeah.
And wrap it round.
I mean, Rick is really, really sock worthy. I mean, all the socks, apart from last year, I think, can't remember how many blooming pairs of socks I made last year. but majority of them I made 2 for Andy, 2 for Leslie. I did Katie, Kamaya, Vicky, so that's 7, and the rest, and I think I made 2 pairs for myself, so that's 9. So I think I made about 16 pairs of socks.
So the rest was Rick.
So the rest, I mean, Mick gets socks. He got 2 new pairs of socks at Christmas. So one pair he wore on Christmas Day and the other pair he wore on New Year's Day. So yeah, he is really is sock worthy.
Mm-hmm.
And that, so, and I for me, yeah, I'll always have a vanilla sock on the go, but because I'm doing Stephen West, if I wasn't doing Stephen West, I would definitely do pattern socks. I mean, the 2 socks that I did for Rick for Christmas, one was the Trophimus and one was the Alderley pattern, and so I really enjoyed doing them. But I do enjoy having a vanilla sock, kind of, if I'm going to the doctor's or I'm waiting anywhere or whatever. I do like, or if we're going out and Rick's driving, I'll knit. And we went out to meet his brother and his partner, and I was sitting in the restaurant knitting while we were chatting and whatever. So yeah, I do enjoy having a vanilla, but yeah, I'll see, because obviously the year of the sock for Stephen is going to be really way out there. The first socks, which are stripe, anyway, they're a stripe sock, but they're done in sections. So you do the cuff, and then you do the front of the sock, then you do the leg. You do the leg and the front of the sock, top of the sock, and then you do the back, and then the heel flap and gusset. And now I'm working on the sole of the sock to get to the toe, and then join it in the round and then thingy. So, and I've not finished the first sock, so I've got the second sock to make, and that. But obviously, if I hadn't have had the test knit to do, I would have finished.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah, finished it, but. Yeah, it is what it is, and I like to. I mean, at the moment, I've got 17 whips. 5 of them are blankets, and 3 of them are put away. 2 of them I'm doing a 30-minute a day, and then the rest of it is like sweaters and socks. I'm doing the bows and whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm doing Stephen West's waffle sweater and is hiding it along.
Just trying to think how many I've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You've got 6.
I had 7.
Yeah.
I had 6, and then I started a new one on Sunday, didn't I?
Yeah.
So I had 7. Then I finished the socks not last night, the night before. So I've got 6.
Yeah.
6, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then when this is done, I'll start another sock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is nice, isn't it?
Yeah,
I've got some of that in bright pink for the summer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
They might even be a nice pair for Bernie.
Yeah, they would actually. They would.
With maybe a navy blue on the cuff.
Yeah. You could do the navy blue cuff and a navy blue. We'll have a look in my minis and see if there's any navy blue there.
Yeah.
Because I've got a bag of minis over there. We can have a look and see.
And I'm just going to keep whatever I have left. I'm going to keep and just add into me Advent.
Yeah, because our Advent is finger weight. We're not going to double it and make it a double.
Oh, no.
So we're going to definitely do that.
Yeah.
So, did you hear Spice? Somebody's come to the door and Spice is...
Yeah. Bark.
So, I think that's all from us for today, isn't it?
It is.
We hope... Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we hope you all have a wonderful weekend.
Yes.
This is Thursday, we're recording this, so this will go live on Sunday.
Yes, and it's a cold, wet day.
Yeah, it's blinking awful here today. So we're going to love you and leave you, and see you again in next week.
Yep.
Yeah, next week with our what we've managed to achieve over the past 2 weeks. I've done one, but it's gone.
Yeah.
And the second thing that I'll have finished tomorrow, I'll have to take a photo of that because that'll be gone on Sunday. So
Yeah, so mine's just like concentrating on
so it's just going to be a whip day next week, isn't it?
Yeah, because mine's just, as you know, I make major uniforms, and I'm helping a couple of troops out by making their uniforms. So well, no, only one. The other troop, she comes back to me every year for alterations and a couple of new ones. And then, of course, when James pulls his finger out, I'll have to go and look at his and see what he needs doing to his. All before the end of March, everyone. No, the other two at the end of the March. James is, I think it's the week we're in Ulster, in the retreat. Yeah. Yep. So, yeah.
You better get his finger out then, didn't you?
Yes, yes.
So,
and he watches this as well.
Yeah, so James, get your finger out.
Yeah, because Michael come in and he went to me, them knickers got elastic attached to them. And I went, yeah, why? And then I realised he'd watched us. And I went, yeah, can't you see? It's all attached. At first I thought, what's he talking about? No, oh yeah, it's attached. I thought, he's been watching. Yeah. So yes. So,
take care, everybody.
Stay safe.
But more importantly, guys, be kind to you. And we will see you next week.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.